Hello friends, welcome to Grow with a Freen. Today we have prepared Band-9 answers for Cambridge IELTS-19 Speaking Test 3. Keep in mind that all of the answers are slightly longer as they contain more information and ideas. Don't be afraid to listen and develop your imagination. And while you're here, why not subscribe to the channel for more content? So, let's listen and learn.
Good morning, and welcome to the speaking portion of the IELTS exam. My name is Rob. I will be your examiner for this part of the test. It has 3 parts. I will give instructions for each of the parts. I am recording this test for marking purposes.
All right.
This is candidate number 930667, and the time is 11 o'clock. We are doing the exam in Dhaka, Bangladesh. And before we continue, can you please just show me your identification?
Here is my passport which I used to register for the exam, and you can take a look.
Great, and what is your full name?
My name is Afreen, and my family name is Yasmin. You can call me Afreen.
Okay, Afreen. For part 1, I will ask you a couple of questions to get to know you better and a couple of questions on a general topic.
All right.
Do you work or study?
I actually do both at this moment. I work for a financial institution as a financial strategist, and I also study IELTS and also GRE for my higher studies.
Do you prefer spending holidays with friends or with family? Why?
Well, I prefer spending holidays with my family. Being with family makes me feel warm and loved, and it's a great time to catch up with everyone. Family traditions and shared memories make the holidays special. However, spending time with friends can also be fun and exciting, so it's nice to mix both when possible.
What kind of holiday accommodation do you like to stay in? Why?
I prefer staying in cozy cabins when I go on holiday. Cabins offer a peaceful and quiet atmosphere, perfect for relaxing. They often have beautiful views of nature, which I find very calming. Moreover, they usually come with all the comforts of home, making the stay very comfortable.
What plan do you have for your next holiday?
For my next holiday, I plan to visit the beach for some relaxation. I'll spend my days swimming, sunbathing, and reading my favorite books. In the evenings, I'll explore local restaurants and enjoy some fresh seafood. It will be a perfect mix of fun and rest.
Is your city or region a good place for other people to visit on holiday? Why? Why not?
Yes, my city is a great place for people to visit on holiday. It has beautiful parks, interesting museums, and delicious food. The locals are friendly and welcoming. There are also many fun activities and events throughout the year. Visitors will have a wonderful time exploring and enjoying everything the city has to offer.
Okay, Afreen, at this stage of the test, I will give you a card with a topic. You will have to talk about the topic for 1 to 2 minutes. Don't worry if I stop you. You have 1 minute to think about what you are going to say. You can make some notes to help you if you wish. Here is the paper and pencil. Your 1-minute preparation starts now. Describe a car journey you made that took longer than expected. You should say where you were going, who you were with, how you felt during the journey, and explain why this car journey took longer than expected. Your 1-minute preparation is up. Would you start speaking now, please?
Last summer, I planned a trip to the mountains with my friends Sarah and Mike. We decided to visit a scenic spot called Blue Ridge, which is about 4 hours away from our hometown. We were all excited about the adventure, packed our bags, and set off early in the morning to make the most of the day. The journey started smoothly. We were chatting, playing music, and enjoying the beautiful countryside views. However, about 2 hours into the trip, things took an unexpected turn. As we were driving through a small town, we encountered a massive traffic jam. We later found out that there had been an accident ahead, and the road was completely blocked. We sat in the car for over an hour, barely moving. It was frustrating, but we tried to stay positive by playing games and sharing snacks. After the traffic finally cleared, we thought we were back on track. But our troubles didn't end there. About an hour from our destination, we noticed that the car's temperature gauge was rising. We had to pull over and check the engine, only to find that the radiator was leaking. We were stranded on the side of the road, unsure of what to do next. Fortunately, a kind passerby stopped to help us. He offered to drive us to the nearest mechanic, which was a small shop a few miles away. The mechanic was able to fix the radiator, but it took another 2 hours. By the time we were back on the road, it was already late afternoon. We finally reached Blue Ridge, exhausted and a bit stressed. Despite the delays and setbacks, we still managed to enjoy a few hours of hiking and taking in the breathtaking views before heading back. This journey took much longer than expected, but it taught us the importance of patience and staying positive in the face of unforeseen challenges. It also reminded us of the kindness of strangers, which made the experience memorable in its own unique way.
Okay, Afreen, I am going to stop you here. Please turn over the notepaper and put it to the side. I am going to take back the card, and now we will continue with part 3. For part 3, I will ask you some questions regarding your part 2 response.
All right.
How interested are young people in your country in learning to drive?
Young people today have mixed feelings about learning to drive in my country. Some are very excited because driving gives them freedom and independence. They can go out with friends, commute to school or work, and explore new places without relying on others. However, many young people are also hesitant. They might feel anxious about the responsibility and the potential dangers of driving. Additionally, with the rise of ride-sharing apps like Uber and Lyft, some feel it's easier and cheaper to get around without owning a car. Environmental concerns also play a role, as many young people are aware of the impact of cars on climate change and prefer using public transportation or biking. Overall, while some young people are eager to drive, others are more cautious or disinterested.
What are the differences between driving in the countryside and driving in the city?
Driving in the countryside is generally more relaxed and peaceful compared to driving in the city. In the countryside, there are usually fewer cars on the road, which means less traffic and more open space. The scenery is often beautiful, with fields, forests, and sometimes animals like deer or cows. On the other hand, driving in the city can be stressful due to heavy traffic, numerous traffic lights, and the constant need to watch out for pedestrians and cyclists. City driving also involves more frequent stops and starts, and finding parking can be a challenge. Overall, countryside driving offers a more laid-back experience, while city driving requires more attention and patience.
Do you consider most drivers where you live to be good drivers?
Most drivers where I live are pretty good overall. They generally follow traffic rules and drive safely. Of course, there are always a few exceptions who speed or don't use their turn signals, but they are not the majority. People here are usually courteous and let others merge into traffic. During rush hour, things can get a bit chaotic, but that's normal in any busy area. Overall, I feel safe on the roads and think most drivers do a good job.
How popular are electric cars in your country?
Electric cars are becoming more popular in my country each year. More people are choosing electric cars because they are better for the environment and can save money on fuel. There are also more charging stations being built, making it easier to own an electric car. Some people like the quiet and smooth ride that electric cars offer. Governments are also giving incentives, like tax breaks, to encourage people to buy electric cars. While not everyone has switched to electric yet, the number of electric cars on the road is definitely growing.
In what ways could more people be persuaded to buy electric cars?
Persuading more people to buy electric cars can be achieved through a combination of incentives and education. Governments could offer tax breaks and rebates, making electric vehicles more financially attractive. Additionally, increasing the availability of charging stations would alleviate concerns about range and convenience. Public awareness campaigns can highlight the environmental benefits and long-term savings of owning an electric car. Car manufacturers could also focus on improving battery technology and reducing the upfront cost of electric vehicles. Furthermore, showcasing positive testimonials from current EV owners can build trust and interest. Combining these strategies can create a compelling case for switching to electric vehicles.
Do you think all cars will be electric one day?
Well, it is quite possible that all cars will be electric one day. As technology advances, electric vehicles are becoming more efficient and affordable. Many governments around the world are also pushing for greener alternatives to combat climate change. Consequently, they are offering incentives for purchasing electric vehicles and investing in charging infrastructure. However, there are still challenges to overcome, such as the limited range of some electric vehicles and the need for more widespread charging stations. Additionally, the transition will take time as people gradually replace their old gasoline cars. In the long run, though, the shift to electric cars seems inevitable given the current trends and environmental concerns.
Thank you. This is the end of your speaking test.
Thank you very much.
Follow these tips to get a good band and IELTS speaking test. 1. When you talk, you should only look at your notes briefly. Don't read directly from your notes. 2. Don't be afraid to disagree with the opinions the examiner expresses. 3. It is important to have your own opinion to current issues. There is no problem if you provide any false information. 4. If you run out of ideas after 1 minute, give yourself a fresh start by looking at the task in the booklet again. 5. It's important to listen carefully to the examiner's questions so that you can answer in the correct tense. 6. When you answer yes, no questions, please answer the questions first and then give reasons for your answer. Don't simply answer yes or no. 7. Make good eye contact with the examiner from the moment you enter the room and answer in a polite and friendly way. Your body language plays an important role in communication. 8. Make sure that you arrive 45 minutes before your test so that you are not hurrying and have time to relax. If possible, please visit the test center before the day of your test so that you are familiar with where you need to go. The speaking test is a natural conversation. If you try to give a prepared speech, the examiner will interrupt you and ask you a different question. So try to be natural all the time.
Thank you for watching the video. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.